Jesus showed me the future, the surprising truths behind religious beliefs. Have you ever thought about what the future holds for our world? What if I told you that your everyday actions could make a difference in shaping that future? Would you try to make a change, or would you just accept things as they are? In today's story, we'll explore what Jesus revealed about the future and how our actions can influence it, for better or for worse. Whether you're religious or not, this video will give you a clear understanding of what's at stake. Imagine being a 5-year-old, riding your pony named Fireball with your family and a friend watching. Your dad wants to show off your riding skills, so he picks you because you're fearless. But as you ride, something goes wrong, and you find yourself looking down on the scene from above. You feel free, without pain or fear, just observing everything below. You hear your mother scream and see your family rushing towards you in panic. Then everything goes dark, but strangely, you're not afraid. You hear a voice speaking to you, answering your questions in your mind. You ask about good and evil, about religion, about the vastness of it all, and receive patient and kind responses. This experience shows us that there's more to life than what meets the eye. It teaches us that every action, even if it seems small or insignificant, can have a big impact on the world around us. And it reminds us to keep questioning, seeking understanding, and striving to make the world a better place. I felt so intelligent and full. Then there was a pinprick of light. All of a sudden, I was in a realm that had the whitest clouds and big marble buildings. There were people scurrying around there. The light was everywhere, and everything was light. Light could be seen in the tiniest of detail. It was beautiful. There was a group of people that came to meet me. I know they knew me and were so excited and happy to see me. I didn't know who they were. I continued to ask these beings more questions. It was so overwhelming with love and information that I had to step away from the group. The next memory I had was being at the bottom of some marble stairs. There were 2 tall beings in white robes. I want to say they were angels. They were beautiful but intimidating and masculine. One angel was blonde with longer curly hair, and the other had darker hair. Both of them knew me, yet I asked who they were. They reminded me, and then I remembered that I knew them. They were happy to see me, and I could feel giddiness and excitement. They looked up the stairs and said that someone wanted to talk to me. I felt like I floated to the top of the stairs. I met someone that I knew was very important, and I believe it was Jesus. I knew I didn't do enough for him in my life. I felt ashamed to be in the presence of this authority figure and had missed the point of why I was in this life. I was also embarrassed that I had to be reminded that he gave me this life and asked me what did I do with it. I felt like he understood me, loved me. I was told that I had to go back. I must have refused because my next memory was to show me when I had to return to my body. He said, "Think of your mom and dad if you pass away." I thought it was strange. I hadn't thought about them at all since floating away to this place. He showed me this transparent video screen of what my mom, dad, and sister's lives would be like if I didn't return. It showed all of their lives instantaneously from start to finish. I was shown that it would be a harder life for each of them, full of sadness. I felt guilt and sadness for them to have to go through that, but I still was hesitant because I knew that it wouldn't be long at all for my loved ones to be where I was. He said, "This is your life and purpose." While he showed me my future life on the screen, I saw that I would be involved in the church. I'm in church now. I was not involved in the church for a long time. We would go on Easter and Christmas, but me and my husband had no interest in the church for most of my adult life until about 2 to 3 years ago. We go a lot now, and the déjà vu is so strong lately. I remember things like a slideshow. The best way to describe it is like a live picture on an iPhone, but in those few seconds, I have the same exact awareness and emotional feelings in the vision. I also saw that I would be married and have 3 boys. I saw each one of their futures. I saw that my life had a ripple effect for the people in my life. I had many choices to choose from for the outcome to be great or not so great. I currently do have 3 boys, and they all look exactly as I had seen. I did adopt a teenage daughter. I did not seat her in my NDE, but I was shown that we all have the free will and choice to choose the best outcome, and each small decision will affect our future. So it was as if you had 10 choices, and 1 being the worst decision and 10 being the best. Whatever you chose would affect what would happen in the future. if you didn't fulfill your purpose that your spirit knew you had to do. As for the only event I have not seen happen is if I had died that day, what my parents' and sisters' lives would have been like. I was disappointed in some ways because I felt with all the knowledge I learned, I was wasting my life. Life is a beautiful gift from God. I realized that I was very materialistic and missing the point of life. He showed me Earth, and it looked like a picture of a faraway satellite while slowly moving. He showed me there will be a dark time on Earth after some time, this somber heaviness and sadness from the Creator that shortly in my lifetime, which I believe is now because I feel an energy shift. One that mimics that same heaviness. I was shown there will be an oppression and sadness over the world, that many are called to improve the situation here while we are here and not to forget our purpose. The sense of trying to fight for the happiness and positive outcome for the people and future generations was so strong that I knew I had to come back to do my work. I believe we're in a challenging time right now because we have a big choice to make. We can either work towards making our world a better place, like a paradise, or we could end up with a harsh and violent world if we keep going down the wrong path. It all depends on what we do now. If we keep focusing too much on material things and hurting the earth, our future could be really tough. But if we choose a simpler life and take care of our planet, things could be better for our kids and future generations. I felt like I had to come back to Earth because I wanted to do something good and fulfill my purpose. I felt a strong urge to make a difference, so I knew I had to return. It happened in an instant, like a quick blink of an eye. When I came back, I felt strange and uncomfortable in my body. I was in the bathtub with my mom and sister holding me. I felt sad and scared, missing the peace and love I felt before. Everything seemed dull and lonely. I was crying and felt dirty. But miraculously, I didn't have any injuries even though I had been in a scary situation. My parents told me I was safe and unharmed. It was a reminder to me that God takes care of us. That's all for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments below.